Hello, everybody. This is Game Raven 81, and I am back, starting up with a kind of first look thing. Gonna check out the demo for Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. Since it comes out tomorrow, we're gonna try the demo and see if it's something I'm interested in getting. Um, I'm kind of on the fence from what I've seen, so we'll see how it plays out here. But I've got to get things set up and going because I don't like to do my first looks from a preloaded game. Get what I'm saying? Like, I like the first look to be, the first look. So, okay, so we should be good on the gameplay here. I'm gonna kill the music for now. Wrong button. There it goes. Choose a graphics quality that matches your hardware performance. Epic. Adjust brightness. The left side of the ship should be barely visible. That's not barely. Oh, so this is not a drag situation. Okay. Confirm. Dun, dun. Bum, 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 bum. New game. You are the captain of Federation starship USS Voyager. Manage your ship and crew, plot a course through procedurally generated star systems. Your unique ship built.
So, a few days back, this Captain Janeway breezes into my cozy penal colony like she owns the place. She's stern and smells like coffee and regulations. And the kicker? She's served with my old man on the Albatani. Turns out her security chief, Tuvok, was playing spy on a Maquis ship that vanished in the Badlands. Now Janeway needs that missing ship found, and because of my past associations, I'm apparently the resident expert on the Badlands. I find the missing Maquis. She puts in a good word for me at my next parole review. Simple. Still, the view is infinitely better than a holding cell. It's not every day you get a front row seat on a brand new Intrepid-class starship's maiden voyage. The USS Voyager. Might even get to touch the helm.
Okay. Gentlemen, welcome to Voyager. Since Kim, you're fresh from the academy, ready for your first deep space assignment? Morning, student captain. It's an honor to be here. I hope I live up to your expectations. Since Kim, I trust you've already met Tom Paris, our esteemed observer, a former Maquis pilot. Blah, blah, blah. With respect, ma'am, observer is hardly a title befitting my talents. I'm the best damn pilot in this sector. Call me pilot extraordinaire. And Maquis, wow, I've heard a lot of stories about them. Like I was with Maquis for only a few weeks before I was captured and sent to a lovely little penal colony in New Zealand. Penal colony? Enough chatter, gentlemen. All hands, this is the captain. Report to your stations. Helm, take us to the Badlands. Maximum warp. My first decision is to turn around and go home. Can I do that? Badlands, a treacherous region of space where violent plasma storms can cripple even the most advanced starships. Captain Janeway observes the swirling chaos from the view screen, a subtle smile playing on her lips. She's ready for the challenge. Okay. Scanners are picking up no other vessels in the system. Your time to shine, Mr. Powers. Any idea where the former colleagues might be hiding? I was expecting Maquis of the Year, Captain, but they did prefer underground bases, remote planets, and... Captain, I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm reading a coherent tetryon beam scanning us, and a displacement wave heading towards us. A colossal wave of turbulent energy surges towards Voyager, its power dwarfing anything the crew has ever seen. With no time to analyze the threat, emergency measures are initiated. Okay. Red alert, helm evasive maneuvers. Wait, the wave will intercept us in 5 seconds. Brace for impact! As the crew regains consciousness, they find their bridge in total devastation. Twisted metal, sparking consoles, and injured crewmates paint a grim picture. What just happened? Damage report. Major hull and deck damage. The transporters are offline, and we're receiving casualty reports. Bridge to sickbay. Doctor, I've got injured crew on the bridge. Doctor? Damn. Captain, we're losing systems across multiple decks. Deuterium tanks are empty. Warp core's gone to gray mode. We're on reserves barely. Mr. Paris, take the helm. Scan for the nearest source of deuterium. External sensors are offline. Stellar cartography must be down. Voyager's blind, Captain. Janeway Engineering, we need stellar cartography back online now. Click on the question mark icon on the left of the screen to revisit any tutorial screen. Okay. Activate stellar cartography in the lower part of the ship. To activate it, open up its menu to select the room, switching power supply. Sensors are picking up something out there, but what Harry's trying to stammer is we're not in the Badlands anymore. What is that thing? Where are we? Sensors are working. We just jumped over 70,000 light years into the Delta Quadrant. Oh. Captain, life support systems are failing. Ray will have to wait. Mr. Paris, take the helm. Find us a deuterium source. Scan points of interest marked with white question marks to reveal resources. Scan until you reveal deuterium fuel source. Okay. How do I scan? Okay. Navigate your ship by traveling to various locations. While traveling, time passes in the form of cycles. Okay. When visiting points of interest, you can choose between different approaches with different risk and outcomes. The different colors of the chance bar represent the possible outcomes. Dark green and light green, excellent and good outcomes. Higher rewards such as extra resources, morale increase, etc. Yellow, average outcomes can incur minor setbacks. Orange and red, bad and terrible outcomes lead to low rewards and medium to major setbacks like destroyed rooms, hull damage, or severe injuries. We are detecting deuterium, I think. Uranium? So we are seeing that they have deuterium, but not much. That would be the closest. Set course. Engage. Detect a small debris field scattered across a wide area. The debris appears to be the remnants of a vessel. Maybe we can find something useful in here. .50 shot. Fuck it. That could have come out better. We detected a small debris field. Yeah, so the same situation. Damn. Having shit luck. After we can now deactivate gray mode. Try to increase warp core output. Okay. The warp core is the reactor that powers the ship. To generate energy, it continuously consumes deuterium. Depending on the reactor level, you produce more energy, but more deuterium is required. Increase the power output by selecting main engineering and switching the warp core to a higher tier. Energy levels are returning to normal, Captain. Okay. Intel, Captain, but our scanners detect a Maquis vessel next to it. Try hailing him. No response, Captain. Scan for life signs. There's no one on board. Scan the array. Several life forms on board, Captain. One of them Vulcan. I'm not sure, Captain. The signals are weak. Just have to see for ourselves. I want the transporter room repaired and ready. Paris, get us to a uranium deposit. We'll need it to repair the transporter room. Okay. Uranium, your fuel, uranium, titanium, essential construction repairs, crews need. Okay. Oh, where did we see uranium? Here, right? Yeah. Engage. Not really much of a choice, so we'll go with that. Motherfucker. We now have all the uranium we need. Okay. Damaged rooms are not operational. Select a room to bring up the room controls. If you have the resources or work teams needed, you can initiate repairs. Okay. Repair. Transporters are back online, Captain. Prepare set a course for the array. It's time we got some answers. Engage. And Kim and Mr. Paris, get ready for your first away mission. Away missions present a series of challenges. Heroes possess skills and traits. Select heroes with the matching skills for your away team. Series of challenges. Okay. Skills and traits. Okay. There, guys. Decide on approach 1 and select the hero to complete the challenge with the appropriate skill. If the skill is lower than the requirement, the success chance is displayed. Captain, we seem to have materialized in the middle of a cornfield. This place, it's eerily similar to Earth, but something's off. Any suggestions on what to do next? Scan for life forms. Harry and Tom used the tricorders to scan for life signs and detect a strange energy spike emanating from a nearby area. Following the readings, they navigate through the corn and find a farm with people working the fields. An old man sits on the porch of a nearby farmhouse, strumming a banjo. After a challenge, participating team members are fatigued and their skill values are reduced. Let them rest for the next challenge to recover and plan ahead accordingly. Captain, this old man seems harmless enough. He might know what's going on here. How should we approach him? Fire faces! I don't really have much of a choice here. This is the least risk. Confirm. Harry and Tom discreetly observe the old man, trying to analyze his body language. Something feels off, like he is putting on an act, but they can't quite put his finger on it. Why? The old man seems perplexed by their presence, muttering about Harry and Tom being early and how it is not their turn yet. He invites them to stay on the farm and wait, offering them some fresh corn cobs. Select more than one hero for a challenge if they possess the required skill. If the cumulated... Can't say that word. Is equal or higher than the required number, you have a chance for a critical success. Okay. The old man isn't much help. We'll try to find the Maquis ourselves. There's large barn behind the farmhouse. There's a large barn behind the farmhouse. The tricorder readings are off the charts. There's definitely something strange about it, especially that back wall. Do it. Having Tom try to disrupt the energy field, causing a flicker in the air. But before they could break the illusion, the people from the field burst in, wielding farm tools as weapons. So far, this is all playing out as originally would have happened. The old man appears and reveals the barn is an illusion, the back wall dissolving to show a bluish glowing room where unconscious people, including a tattooed man and a half Klingon woman, lie on the searchable table. Sometimes you have to make major decisions that influence how the story proceeds. These decisions are marked with a golden outline. These people must be the missing Maquis. They are being held here. Captain, we must get them out of here. Huh. I honestly don't even remember how this played out. I'm pretty sure Harry went for it originally, if I recall. Because Harry's the one that ends up captured in the show. Let's go with Tom. See how this plays out. Your choice has consequences. Tom rushes towards the tattooed man, hoping to shake him awake. As he reaches out, the old man stops him, a look of concern on his face. Before Tom can react, a blinding white light fills the room and everything goes blank. Mission complete. Okay. Harry Kim unavailable. Captain Janeway anxiously awaits the return of her away team when Tom Paris unexpectedly materializes behind her. What happened on the array? What happened over there, Mr. Paris? We lost contact with you for several hours. What? But we were there for only an hour, right, Harry? Harry? He was just beside me. And he's still in the array. But why were you released and not... The Maquis are hailing us, Captain, putting them on the screen. Commander Chakotay of the Maquis, my chief engineer, Blonda Torres, is missing. Is she with you? No, Commander, one of our own is also missing. It seems we share a problem and it would make sense if we solved it together. Okay, first of all, Janeway hailed the Maquis originally and asked whether they had Kim. So that's already been twisted. I wonder if that's supposed to be the case. Three of us will beam over to your ship. Despite Janeway's invitation, the arrival of Chakotay and his Maquis crew on the bridge is fraught with tension. Both sides remain wary as they prepare to discuss their shared predicament. Captain, this is Tuvok, Oh, I know who he is. I'm glad to have you back, Tuvok. As am I, Captain. Commander Chakotay, I must inform you that I was assigned to infiltrate your crew. Are you going to lure us into Starfleet's waiting hands, Vulcan? Correct. However, I assure you I performed my duties aboard your ship to the highest standards. Charming. And I see you have Paris with you, too. Are you forming a Maquis Traders Club, Captain? You win some, you lose some, Commander. Let's focus on bringing Torres and Kim back from the array. We can't get back inside. They've sealed the entrances and are blocking incoming hails. Then Tuvok, get down to engineering and find a way to bypass whatever's jamming on communications. Report back as soon as you have a solution. Captain, the ship's status remains critical. Repair protocols are imperative. We require resources in the engineering office to mobilize additional workforces. Prioritize life support, secure core decks, and restore Deck 5 functionality first to gain access to the engineering office. To be able to supply power to a room, you need to activate the life support unit of the corresponding deck. Each life support unit consumes energy, so plan accordingly. Switch it on. Life support restored on Deck 5, Captain. Engineering office is now accessible. And of course, it's a mess. We'll have to fix it before we can even use it. Fix it. Repairs in progress. Okay. Until completion, it would be logical to scan all planets in the system and gather more deuterium and uranium. Okay. Start by scanning everything. Engineering office fully operational again, Captain. We now have an additional work team to carry out 2 tasks simultaneously. Building repairing rooms, even clearing debris, occupies work teams. To be able to carry out several tasks at once, additional work teams, okay, makes sense. Logically, we should now focus on Deck 2 and the mess hall to ensure the crew's food supply. Maintaining your physical endurance. This requires reactivating life support in that section first. Okay. Okay, so that's our morale bar. Magic events that affect morale. If morale falls to 0, the crew mutinies and the game is over. Switch that on. Extensive damage. Emergency rations are currently deployed. After repair, the crew can access replicator rations again. Do it. Repairs are in progress. Until completion, we should address crew accommodation. The ruined room must be cleared to create room for residential sections. To free up new building space, you will first have to remove the too much reading, I can't read. Clear that debris. While waiting for our work teams to finish, we should continue to collect more resources. That's what we're trying to do. Detect this small debris field. I'm gonna try the tractor beam again. Okay. I can't believe that's gonna just keep falling that way. This all is active. This all repairs are complete, Captain. We should switch to replicator rations now. It would enhance crew well-being. Rations are now issued to the crew. Excellent. Ruined room removal concluded. Great, maybe we can finally rebuild some crew quarters. My back is killing me from sleeping in the corridor. It'll do wonders for morale, that's for sure. Okay. Okay, so the best we can do is emergency quarters right now. Crew is in the lifeblood of your ship. Each room requires personnel to operate, so keep this in mind when adding new rooms or upgrades. Don't forget to provide the necessary accommodation, or morale may drop faster than you'd like. Okay. Captain, the array's jamming signal has been neutralized. We should be able to establish communication. Let's hope they respond. Hail the array. Who's this? Why are you bothering me? Oh, it's you. Why are you back? You don't have what I need. I remember that voice, Captain, the old guy with the banjo, though he seemed a lot less jellyfishy back on the array. I'm Captain Janeway, the Federation starship Voyager. We mean you no harm. We just want our people back. Your people are no longer here. They might have what I need. You'll just have to leave them. Scanning array. Scanning array for life signs of Harry and Torres. No sign of them, Captain, and no humanoid life forms indicated at all. Who or what are we talking to right now? See what happens if we let Chakotay talk. We won't do that. We struggled for too long to be pushed around. Return our crew or you'll find what the Maquis are capable of. Struggle for survival. It is a heavy burden, but I had no time for this. There just isn't enough time. Time for what? To ensure their survival. Who are you talking about? Perhaps we can help. We Maquis know a thing or two about survival. You, my own methods go far beyond your comprehension, and even that is not enough. No, you can't help. I know you're stealing my time. Don't you understand? I don't have time. Not enough time. I'm cut off, Captain. It's getting us nowhere. We need to find our people fast. You managed to extract valuable information, Commander. I commend you for that. Captain, if I may, I have observed that the array has been sending energy pulses towards the fifth planet of the neighboring system ever since our arrival. Given the lack of information regarding our missing crew's location, investigating this planet appears to be the most logical next step. The only lead we have. Thoughts, Commander? Seems our paths are intertwined, Captain. Let's use this opportunity to find our people and bring them back. Agreed. Mr. Paris, take the helm again. Let's find our people. The course of this planet in the neighboring system. Maximum warp. The sector map shows the entire sector with several star systems. You can either travel directly to another system, or you can scan the system first and select specific point of interest to visit. Factory found in abandoned ship. I'm getting nothing but yellow, which is kind of annoying. I kind of wonder if that's by design of the demo. Okay. Engage. Okay, so now we got the emergency quarters up. Why is the holodeck 3 decks tall? So you tell me right now we don't have phasers? Or photons? That's grand. That's wonderful. Force fields. They're completely defenseless right now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Zoomed in too quick. Clear the debris out of these rooms a while. What is it? Lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. Let's hit these two en route. En route to the place we're going. Finally. Sensors detect a dense cloud of interstellar gas with an unusually high concentration of deuterium. Risky heading in. How risky? Oof. Oof. The luck we've been having, I don't know how I feel about that. Walk it. Whoo. Okay, got lucky. We'll take it. Course for Ocampa. Captain, we reach our destination. Orders? Continue. Here we are, Captain, and I might say what a ride. Voyager handles like a dream. Responsive, agile. Don't get too carried away, Mr. Paris. Let's see what we have here. Following the array's energy pulses, Voyager discovers a desert planet with a harsh, unforgiving landscape. Are Harry, Kim, and B'Elanna perhaps being held in this place? What's so special about this ugly old space rock? Check the energy impulses. Anything noteworthy about the energy pulses? They're consistently targeting a single location, a barren piece of desert. I recommend an away team investigate the area. There is something else. The interval between each pulse has decreased by 0.47 seconds since we left the array. They're getting faster. The entity said he's running out of time, right? Whatever that means, we'd better hurry. General scan? What about this planet? Has all the basic characteristics of an M-class planet, but no ocean, no river, nothing. However, there are settlements. Why would anyone want to live there? Strange but intriguing. Prepare the away team. Small ship approaching, they're hailing us. On screen. Oh god. Peculiar alien with a mischievous grin greets Voyager from his chaotic vessel. Neither Starfleet nor the Maquis have ever seen such a species before. Perhaps the inhabitant of the Delta Quadrant? No shit. Greetings, looking for something on this dusty old rock? Would we find anything, Mr. Neelix? Never seen a ship like yours. Let me guess. You were whisked away from somewhere else in the galaxy and brought here against your will. Sounds as though you've heard this story before. Thousands of times. Well, hundreds of times. Maybe 50 times. But the caretaker has been bringing ships here for months now. Caretaker? That's what the Ocampa call him. He probably snatched some of your crew too, right? They're likely down on the planet with the Ocampa. But Captain, it's a tricky place. Dangerous. You could use a guide, but of course, a guide needs a little, compensation? Sounds fair. Wonderful. To be honest, I've had it rough recently. Those pesky void voles have been nibbling away at my supplies. Some food, water would be most welcome. If you help us find our missing crew, you can have all the food and water you want. It's a deal. Okay, so now what? Okay, so we cleared out those spaces. Marco Bay. That would up our storage capacity for, like, uranium. Focus on getting crew quarters up. No more work teams available. Okay. Kind of. Okay. Good, good. Go check out this spatial anomaly. Scan it from a safe distance. Name race piece. I'd never encountered such a tangy but comforting, smooth yet vibrant concoction. What was it called again? Tomato soup. Tomato soup. I'm something of a culinary wizard myself, you know. My Atharian hair pasta bowl is widely known for its bold, mouth-watering taste. Mr. Neelix, I am pleased you're enjoying yourself, but we need your assistance now. Ah yes, your missing crew, right. Scan the southern continent and look for a range of dead volcanoes. At their foot, you'll find a Kazon Ogla encampment. Kazon Ogla? One Kazon sect of many. They control this part of the quadrant. They're a bit difficult, but with the right approach, even they can be reasoned with. So you said the Okampa had our people. Well, the Okampa do have your people. It's just finding them is a bit tricky. My old pal Maj Jabin, the Ogla leader, might know where to look. He's a nice guy, a bit gruff, but he owes me a favor. More information, please. Anything else we should know? Water's a precious commodity around these parts. The Ogla, they mostly get theirs through trade, so a little liquid diplomacy would go a long way. Back to Okampa. Captain, reach our destination. Orders? Send the way team. So, not many choices so far. Oh. covers all of our challenge bases, so we'll go with that. The away team materializes in a small valley between the dead volcanoes. The sun burns down on them mercilessly. The air is hot and dry, and a sandy wind whips their eyes. Captain, our tricorders are malfunctioning, probably because of the energy impulses. How do we get our bearings in this dust bowl? Critical success. Using his survival skills and the position of the sun, Chakotay determines the cardinal directions. He navigates the team through the rocky valley, eventually reaching a rocky ledge, gaining a better view of the surrounding area. In the distance, they spot the Kazon Ogla settlement. However, the wind is picking up and massive sandstorms is approaching from the south. Captain, a sandstorm is heading our way. We need to find cover fast. At least chance of failure. Of course. The away team wastes too much time setting up on a cover spot, and the sandstorm comes upon them with full force. They stumble through the blinding storm before finally finding a secure place. But after what seems to be an eternity, the storm subsides. The away team emerges, bruised and battered, and sets off in the direction of the Kazon Ogla settlement. We've reached the settlement. How should we approach the people here? Typical Starfleet manner. The away team approaches with open hands and peaceful expressions, hoping to convey their good intentions. Kazon Ogla women and children seem scared but curious, watching from a distance. The men approach cautiously, weapons at the ready. A tall Kazon emerges from the settlement, Jabin, their leader. At the sight of Neelix, his face darkens. In the background, a badly bruised young woman who looks nothing like the Kazon but more like a human with pointy ears peers around a corner. Seems like the Kazon don't find Neelix as charming as he led us to believe. How should we appease them, Captain? I wonder what happens if I use a fatigued character like that. Fuck it, let's try it. The away team calmly explains their peaceful intentions, emphasizing their desire to find their missing crew. Their diplomatic approach eases the tension, and Jabin explains that the Ukampa live underground, their access controlled by the caretaker, who also provides their only source of water. As proof, Jabin points to the bruised woman he is holding as a slave, an Ukampa. He explains that she is one of the few who have managed to reach the surface. Suddenly, Neelix grabs a phaser. He points it at Jabin and demands the Ukampa woman be freed. Sometimes certain approaches and away missions bear additional risk. Dangerous approaches are marked by a danger level indicator. Failing such a challenge can result in injuries or even fatalities. Things are getting out of hand, Captain. We should retreat. Secure with phaser fire. The away team lays down covering fire, forcing the Kazon to take cover. This allows them to minimize their exposure to enemy fire. Jabin, though furious, seems to acknowledge the away team's fighting skills. They escape with no casualties. Mission complete. Lovely. Safely back on Voyager, Neelix surprises the rest of the away team as he and the rescued woman kiss passionately. How deep does the relationship between the two go? Dearest Kes, didn't I promise I'd save you? I knew you would come for me, my love. You lied and endangered my crew. This is not how trust is built, Mr. Neelix. He was desperate, Captain, but I understand. I want to repay you and your crew for saving me. As Jabba said, the access to the underground city is controlled by the caretaker. There is a tunnel, but the caretaker sealed it with a security barrier. There's a lot of reading in this game. We may be able to transport through the barrier if it had the slightest breach. A transporter signal amplifier would be necessary. Excellent idea. Kes, can you help us once we've located the breach? Of course, it's the least I can do. I'm grateful now. We got things to do. Move along. Alright, someone get started on the transporter signal amplifier, and Kes will go to sickbay and have you examined. What's sickbay? Ugh. Repair crews on that. And on that. Captain Science Lab is back online. We can start researching the signal amplifier. Okay, wait a minute. Where's this thing I'm supposed to research? I don't know what it wants me to research. Transporter signal amplifier. Is there no search function? Because I'm not seeing a transporter thingamabob. How do I close that window so I can move the screen again? What? No way. Yeah, a search function in here would be nice. Because I can't find what it wants me to search. What it wants me to research. Research transport. What am I hearing? Fear initiate emergency medical holographic program. No other options available. Captain Janeway activates Voyager's emergency medical hologram. A shimmering figure materializes. Blah, blah, blah. Please state the nature of the medical emergency. Doctor, our chief medical officer is dead. You have to take care of sickbay now. And this patient, Cass. There's no need for concern. I am capable of treating any injury or disease. A broken ulna, a few minor bruises and grazes, nothing I can't handle. In the most capable hands, young lady. Do my best, Captain. I am programmed for optimal medical care. What else would I do? Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a patient to attend to. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Transporters. What is that bleeping sound? What is bleeping? Is it this? I don't know what that just did. It's skipping cycles for some reason. Why would I want to do that? Okay, but I can't find the thing it wants me to research. I see transporter rooms. Like, this desperately needs a search function. Because this is a fucking mess. Whatever this research is, it doesn't exist. I've been all through this. I can't find what it wants me to research. This research doesn't exist. What the fuck? Scroll. I don't like this scroll setup either. I don't get what it wants from me. How do I still have 14 quarter left? Oh my god, it's a separate thing. Okay. Access to tech tree, research new upgrades, blah blah blah. Yeah, that's where we just were. I got that figured out. After blueprints for the single amplifier are complete, however, to start production, we need to repair the workshop. Because of course we do. Right, it's back to being approached again. A bit. So we're maxed out on that storage now. The room's done. Lovely. Get to work on that. Workshop repair, Captain. We start production of single amplifier. Begin. Okay, so now we got the new emergency quarters. Single amplifier has been completed and is ready for use. Captain, it could be advised to make haste back to Macampa. We're already at Ocampa. Send an away team. That covers all the bases. Good luck, Chakotay. While materializing near the tunnel entrance, a group of Kazon is already there, tinkering with the security barrier in frustration. As soon as they notice the away team, they flinch in fear and back off a bit. Watch out, shouts one of them. The foreign warriors are back. Captain, the Kazon seem hesitant, almost fearful. What are our orders? Ignore them. The away team confidently ignores the Kazon, heading straight for the tunnel entrance. The Kazon, intimidated by the away team's fearless demeanor, make no attempt to stop them. Captain, we've reached the tunnel entrance, using the transporter single amplifier now to find possible breaches in the security barrier. Wow, real optional choice there. Okay. Away team deploys the transporter signal amplifier, carefully scanning the barrier for any vulnerabilities. After a tense few minutes, they locate a small breach in the energy field. They successfully transport themselves through the opening and into the tunnel. Beyond the barrier, the tunnel opens into a breathtaking sight. Embedded into a large cavern is a futuristic environment with smooth white walls, glowing in warm white light, and sprinkled with patches of green. This is the Ocampa City. Captain, we are inside the Ocampa City, but it's a maze of streets and chambers. How should we proceed to find Harry and Balana? Let Kess lead. Hess approaches a group of Ocampa, respectfully asking for assistance in locating the missing Harry and B'Elanna. The Ocampa, touched by her concern, eagerly provide directions to a medical facility. The away team eventually finds their crew members, awake but disoriented, surrounded by strange medical equipment. B'Elanna, wary of the unfamiliar faces, instinctively reaches for a weapon, but before any confrontation can occur, the ground starts to shake violently. A message from Captain Janeway cuts through the joy of reunion. The caretaker array has apparently repositioned itself and is now firing at the tunnel entrance. We need to get out of here. I mean, that does give us a chance of getting deuterium, or duranium. But we'll go the guaranteed safe path. Critical success. The away team quickly navigates the collapsing tunnel. They dodge falling debris and leap over widening chasms, escaping the crumbling ceiling just in time. Soon they reach the exit security barrier, the only thing standing between them and their escape. Tremors are interfering with the single amplifier's focus, Captain. The connection is constantly being interrupted. We can't beam out like this. Oof. Big risk for very little reward. Working quickly, the away team adjusts the transporter signal amplifier's frequency and modulation, compensating for the tremors. The transporter signal stabilizes, allowing the away team to lock onto the beam and materialize safely back on Voyager. Mission success. Lovely. B'Elanna recruited. Back on Voyager, Harry Kim breathes a sigh of relief while B'Elanna Torres eyes her Starfleet rescuers with suspicion. The Maquis engineer struggles to understand this sudden alliance. Miss Torres, welcome aboard Voyager. I'm Captain Catherine Janeway and Ensign Kim. It looks good to have you back in one piece. Morning for duty, Captain. I didn't think I'd ever see Voyager again. It's good to be back. What the hell's going on here, Chakotay? Since when are we cozying up to Starfleet? It's a long story, B'Elanna. Let's just say we had to compromise to get you back. And we share a common goal, getting back home. Anything you learned on the planet could help us. Did you learn anything about the caretaker? Been acting weird lately. Apparently abducting people is a new hobby of his. Oh, and he increased the Ocampa's power supply enough to last them for 5 years, if I recall correctly. And he destroyed the tunnels. It sounds like he's preparing for something, but what? What can you tell us about the Ocampa? Annoyingly friendly and incredibly naive, they wouldn't last 5 minutes on the surface. Apparently they've been living underground for over 500 generations. That's true, our ancestors lived on the surface once. Ancient journals tell us the caretaker opened a deep chasm and led us underground. Any idea why? The Ocampa mentioned something called the warming. The day our surface turned into a desert, on that day the caretaker appeared and built our city. Since then he has provided for the Ocampa to ensure their survival. Say again, Tuvok? There's enough evidence for me to form a reasonable hypothesis, Captain. The Ocampa homeworld turned into a desert from one day to the next. The caretaker's immediate arrival seems to be no coincidence. I assume he is responsible for the ecological damage. Building the underground city and caring for them, he seems to be trying to make amends. In addition, it was mentioned that the caretaker provided the Ocampa with mere 5 years' worth of energy, coupled with the destruction of access tunnels and his frequent references to running out of time. The logical conclusion is he doesn't... There's too much reading. The logical conclusion is that he does not intend to continue his role as caretaker. I believe he is dying. If he dies, how the hell are we supposed to get home? Caretaker... For fuck's sake, I can't handle all this reading. Like it's too much blah-blah-blah for me to handle. Caretaker mentioned you might have what he needs. Can you make sense of that? We woke up covered in strange ulcerations. You quant? Fuck it. I'm done now. Unusual. It appears to be a cellular disruption caused by the introduction of foreign genetic material. Unfortunately, a few more days of cellular disruption would have been fatal. Foreign genetic material for what purpose? Excellent question. So, why anyone would want to inject them with income? Blah 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 blah. Prognosis. Already started treatment. Okay. Doctor's discovery further confirms my hypothesis, Captain. Aware of his imminent death, the caretaker is enacting measures to safeguard the Acampa for as long as possible. However, they will run out of energy eventually, so he seeks a successor, one who could continue his work. This explains the abduction and subsequent testing of individuals from various sectors. If he dies before a suitable successor will be stranded, blah, blah, blah. Given the caretaker's reluctance to cooperate, a more assertive approach may be necessary. I can get behind that idea. Shields and phasers. Let's do this shit. I'd like to add another engineering space at some point. Okay, we got phasers and shields. Just waiting on torpedoes. There they are. Rush test a test run to verify system functionality. Blah blah blah. Each combat encounter you may choose up to 3 heroes to utilize their specific strengths and abilities. Oh, I don't have a whole hell of a lot of choices here. Voyager will fight semi-autonomously. The phasers are fired automatically, torpedoes manually. You control the ship by opening the command menu and deciding how to approach the enemy.
What are your orders, Captain?
Order your ship to try and attack or defend a side with either defense or offense. Okay. Fleeing requires enemy engines to be damaged, while surrendering costs resources as a form of payment. You can also repair damaged subsystems. Proceed to offensive maneuvers. Target their engines.
To attack the aft, Captain.
Basic maneuver. Dodges enemy attacks for a limited time, granting a brief window of vulnerability, 26-second cooldown. Hero abilities can be activated by selecting them with the mouse or pressing the number buttons. A blue cooldown indicates that the ability is active, while a white countdown shows the cooldown time between abilities.
Ability
Okay.
ready, Captain.
Basic maneuvers.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy
Fire
shields
torpedoes.
destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Victory! You take some damage. Boom, that's how it's done. Not bad for a temporary guy, huh, Tuvok? Your methods are unconventional. Like, unconventional. However, the objective was achieved. An acceptable performance. One more thing, Captain. Whatever awaits us at the array, the Valjean should be in a support position for Voyager. Alright, have the transporter room standing by in case your crew needs an emergency beam out. Let's show this squadron what we're really made of. First things first, let's grab some goodies, if we can. Yuck. Got a deuterium. Deuterium levels are critical. How am I supposed to just magically stock up deuterium? Like, I can't even get back there if I wanted to. I feel like we're kind of stuck here. Wait a minute. Gets us enough deuterium to get to the other system. It doesn't seem to affect anything. Yeah, shutting them down doesn't seem to help. Wait. Only gotta have one cycle after this. Entering gray mode. After the work force shut down and only emergency power is available, call gray mode. Travel in gray mode, you won't be able to use Ethereum, but most rooms will be deactivated because of energy. Okay. Gotta risk it. There we go. We are back online. Anyhow. Damn it. Keep hitting the wrong damn button. Alright, system's back online. Lovely, lovely. Yay! Okay, get back to business here. Captain, reach our destination. Orders? Hold up. Continue. Oh joy, the K's on. Seems we were expected, Captain. It's the Kazon. Lee's ship is hailing us. Probably not calling to chat. I'll have our Maquis Raider manned. You'll have support if this turns into a fight, Captain. Excellent idea, but let's see what the Kazon have to say first. Why are you here? Do you truly believe you can defeat us? All we care about is getting home, Jabin. We will beam over to the array and see if we can arrange that. That's all? After your display of firepower, we do not fear you, but we are not fools. We have no dispute with you. Then leave. The array is ours. This is absurd. We have no intention of challenging you. The array is mine. Leave or face my wrath. Gaben, can we discuss this like two civilized? Disconnected, Captain. And they're powering up their weapons. Battle stations. Red, red, red alert. Red, red, red alert. Let's see here. Let's get Balana some time in here. Though I would like to have Tom in this mix. Evasive maneuvers could be useful.
What are your orders, Captain?
Target the
Moving
weapons.
to attack the front, Captain.
Why do I have no torpedoes?
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Moving to attack the port side, Captain. Enemy ship ability ready, Captain.
No, I had no
Ability
torpedoes.
ready, Captain. An enemy is surrendered, Captain.
Okay. That's nice.
Ability ready, Captain.
Victory! Took a bit of hull damage. Kaboom! Pushed them back, but it was a close call. We got our crew beamed off in time before the raider exploded. You're strong, Captain, but there is strength in numbers. I have called for reinforcements. This array will be mine. I guess we don't have much time. Hail the array. Aren't you persistent? We need you to send us back to where we came from. If possible, I have barely enough strength to complete my work. I must protect the Akampa. If I don't, the Kazon will steal their water. They won't be able to survive. Something you did turned your planet into a desert, didn't it? That was the debt that could never be repaid. We were explorers from another galaxy. We had no idea our technology would devastate their atmosphere. 2 of us were chosen to stay behind and care for them. Where's the other? She went off to look for more interesting places. Send us home! Practicing this, you need to send us... Captain Jabin wasn't bluffing. His reinforcements have arrived. Try to access the array's system to transport us to the Alpha Quadrant, Captain. Fading. Time is up. If you leave, the array will be left to the Kazon. They will annihilate the Akampa. You must destroy it. Caretaker fades away, collapsing into an inert, crystalline form. Janeway is now faced with an impossible choice. Return home to the Alpha Quadrant, leaving the Akampa defenseless, or sacrifice Voyager's return to ensure their safety. The clock is ticking. Kazon are closing in. Shall I try to access the primary control? Send us back. I'm gonna do it. Send us back. Didn't happen in the show, so I'm changing it. Protecting the Akampa would violate the Prime Directive. My responsibility is to this crew. Access the control systems. We're going home. You're abandoning the Akampa? To hell with the Prime Directive. They deserve the chance to live. Follow through. My ship, Commander Tuvok, now. Attempting to access the primary control systems, Captain. The systems are unresponsive. I cannot initiate the transit program. Captain, the Kazon, they're preparing to board the array. You must destroy the array. Protect my people from the Kazon. Seems fate has made our choice for us. Tuvok ready to... Okay, so you don't give us a choice. I thought the whole point of this game was choices. I should be able to end the game right there. The captain. Remind me of my people. They were fighting for more powerful enemy than a protector. The company deserved that too. 70,000 light years. We're really stranded, aren't we? Great. Now I'll definitely miss my next Outmeet review. A missed Outmeet review should not be your primary concern at the moment, Mr. Paris. Thanks, Tuvok. I hadn't thought about that. Damon is hailing us, Captain. You made an enemy today. Blah, blah, blah. Voyager's hull can be damaged in combat, dialogue, spatial phenomena, or the navigation of deflectors offline. If the hull integrity reaches 0, Voyager will be destroyed and the game is over. Hull doesn't regenerate itself to repair the hull. Blah, blah. I'll be honest, I expected that to end there. Engage. "70,000 light years from home, it seems we're in this together, Commander. Your decision didn't win you any friends, Kazon, Maquis, and Starfleet, but I respect you for it. Your anger is justified, but we have more pressing concerns. 2 crews on 1 ship, stranded in Delta Quadrant, fighting for survival. I know a thing or two about survival. The Maquis are a motley crew. We had to learn to put our differences aside and work together, to coexist. Well, Commander, I'd like to offer you the position of Voyager's first officer. You're willing to trust the Maquis with that responsibility? I'm learning to adapt. This is a new beginning, a chance to forge a new path together. 27 crew joined Voyager. Cass, you wanted to see me? Do you need anything else before you leave? Supplies? Water? Medicine? That's what we wanted to discuss. We'd like to go with you. If you say anything, Captain, we both very much want to be part of your crew and your journey. I can offer you blah, 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 blah. Morale officer. Cook, guide, and morale officer, blah, blah, blah. Looks like we've stirred up a little trouble in a good way, I think. A sudden distress call reveals Voyager's victory over Jabin sparked a mass escape from Kazon's slave camp. Janeway wasted no time ordering the desperate survivors to be beamed aboard. Neelix is surprised to find another Talaxian, Cybian, who was captured while exploring the Ocampa landscape. Gratefully joins the growing crowd of survivors seeking the Doctor's care. Alright, everyone, listen up. Defend ourselves. We're alone in an uncharted part of the galaxy facing unknown threats, but we will not cower. We will stand together as one crew, armed and ready to fight for our survival. As the only Starfleet vessel in the Delta Quadrant, we'll continue to chart new territories and unravel the secrets of this region, but our objective is to return home. 75 years is unacceptable. We will innovate. We'll search for advanced civilizations, wormholes, anomalies, and any breakthrough that can shorten our journey. We will analyze, innovate, discover. Somewhere along this journey, we will find a way back. Well spoken, Captain. Mr. Paris, you've proven yourself a skilled pilot and valuable member of this crew. I hereby appoint you as our flight control officer. First time in my life, I don't know what to say. Perhaps a state that you would like to embrace more frequently from now on, Lieutenant Paris. And Paris has a nice ring to it, don't you think? Hey, Harry, I bet your own promotion is just around the corner. Wow, they called that out? Really? Oh boy, imagine me becoming captain one day. Very well, gentlemen. As first official act in your new position, Lieutenant Paris set a course. We're flying home. You've reached the end of the demo. You made the brave choice to destroy the Caretaker's array, stranding your crew far from... No, I didn't make that choice. You didn't give me a choice. A whole game that's apparently based on choice, and you took that one important one away. That kind of bothers me. So, I still don't know how I feel. I enjoy this game. Don't get me wrong. I don't know if I enjoy it as a streamable game. It's very text dialogue heavy without the dialogue. I have to read it all. So it's like, I can see me playing this in my own time. It's one of those type games. Kind of like Shadowrun was. It's just a lot of long dialogues I have to sit there and read, which I don't mind reading them. It's speaking them out loud that gets kind of difficult for me. So, I don't have to worry about wish listing it. It's already on my wish list. So, but yeah, I did enjoy the game. I will more than likely pick this up, but it would be more than likely something I play on my off time. So, although there is a keep exploring option. Let's hold up a minute here. What's keep exploring? Like, how much of this can I actually explore? Oh yeah, that's right, the other teams were working on hull repair. Conduct a detailed analysis. Titanium. We're running out of cycles again. Gotta try and go big here. Meh. Meh. Seems to be just these three systems, so I could pretty much explore these three systems, and then that's it, you're out of time. Gotcha. Try to extend our Ethereum here. Domestic deuterium levels in the atmosphere. Bussard collectors. Nice. Big payoff. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the cargo bay is overflowing. If we find any more resources, we'll have to put where to put it. We should just leave it behind. We could expand our storage capacity perhaps for the new cargo bay. Perfect space for a cargo bay. Let's do it. Should be completed by the time we reach this. Lovely. Each cargo bay can only store one type of resource. Build more cargo bays or upgrade existing ones to increase the amount you can store. Okay, that's kind of dumb. Right, I keep forgetting I got repair crew on the hull. Unabandoned ship. You know what that's used for. It's required for constructing and repairing rooms, crafting resources, okay. Do not have space for another crew quarters. We still have 16 people unhoused. I'd have to engage life support on another deck. Takes more resources than we have. Morale's getting desperate. But this is the last planet we have left anyway, so... Actually, no, I think there's still planets back in the main system. Ring system of planet this is 247th element, a major breakthrough for the Federation analyzing the samples. Okay. Yeah. Various stages of decomposition, each one was covered in a fibrous membrane-like substance, creating a disturbing space. I remember that episode. Huh. Heavy hit to morale. Captain, I sense a heaviness upon the crew's spirits. Being stranded in a Delta Quadrant has taken its toll. A small gesture like improving quarters, better meals, or time on the holodeck might boost morale. Some of the crew could leave. But now. Did Neelix just leave Voyager? Oh. Is that what I just saw? Why is that off? Yep, that system is cleared. It's gonna take almost every cycle we have. See what I can do. What little we've got left. I can't even get there. Well, wait a minute. I can eke out a bit more there. That still only gets us 2 cycles. We'll be entering gray mode. Well, we need those big numbers. Nice. How am I still losing morale? Oh. That's why. See if we have a little more luck this time. Nice. That's it. That's all I can do. I'm pretty sure. Yep, because we've done everything in all 3 systems. Okay. I said I enjoyed that. But I don't know if it's something I'd stream. I still might end up picking it up though. Yeah, it's already on my wish list. I'm just waiting to see what it's gonna be priced at and all that good stuff. Okay, I don't know why that's not taking me to the store page. Why do I have no connection? Steam? I do not understand what's going on. What is going on? Why is my Steam not connecting? Is Steam down? Oh, it's down for routine maintenance. I didn't even know they had routine maintenance. The fuck? Okay, well that kind of changes my plans here then. Because I don't trust trying to play any of my other shit right now until that's back online. So I guess I'm gonna take a bit of an early break here. I guess we're just starting off with this short stream for a first look. But I'll come back later because I'm off for today. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna come back with. Might come back with another first look. I am thinking about taking a first look at 2 Point Campus. That's been sitting in my library for a bit. I might come back with maybe some Medieval Dynasty. I've been dabbling around in that, though I don't know how I feel about that one either. I don't know. We'll see. But for now, we're gonna take a short break. Though we only just started 2 hours ago, but whatever. Uh, I said I will be back later though. My night is definitely not over yet. So I will see you all in a bit. Till then, peace.